Welcome to the 3D printer tutorial. Here, you will learn how to use our 3D printers and make cool projects. The bigger machines on the right side are the Lozbot TAZ 5s. The smaller machines on the left side are the Lozbot TAZ Minis. First, you have to export an STL or an OBJ file of your design to a flash drive. We have flash drives you can borrow if you forgot yours. This is an example of exporting an STL file from SolidWorks. After you have your file on a flash drive, find a printer that isn't being used. The TAZ 5 Mini has the NinjaFlex filament, which is a flexible rubber that can be printed. After finding a vacant printer, plug your flash drive into the laptop in front of it. If Kira isn't already open, load it up by clicking on the icon on the desktop. It takes a minute or two sometimes. Load in your 3D model. If it does not work, you may have to re-export it. Make sure the size looks reasonable. You will want to rotate or move it so it prints with a flat surface down. If you have any questions, feel free to ask the staff. Next, we will talk about printer settings you can adjust. Using the presets, set up your printer and observe the time. Note, any print over 5 hours needs staff approval. The default material will be PLA, except on the NinjaFlex printer. Profile, also known as layer height, will determine the speed and the quality of the print. You have 3 choices: high speed, medium, or high detail. Means much higher quality, but a longer print time. Next, select your Infill preference. Infill is how solid the inside of your print is. You can go as low as 5% and as high as 80%, but anything over 50% isn't usually worth it and wastes print time. You can choose whether you want support material, a skirt, or a brim. Support material is used to hold up overhangs, but can be difficult to remove, necessary if you have overhangs bigger than 45 degrees. A raft is a 3D printed base the printer prints to print the part on top of it, necessary on the MakerBot since they don't have a heated bed. A brim is a flange at the bottom of a part that helps bed adhesion and removal, always suggested. Once you're done changing all your settings, Kira will slice your project and give you an estimated time. Once you know how long it is, go over to the Money and Printing kiosk. Use the Money kiosk to set up your account and load additional funds. You will get $5 for free as a new user. When you add money to your account, it charges your student account. Be sure of the amount, no refunds. Then, swiping in on the printing kiosk, make sure to select the right printer and add the time you need for the print. Note, we allow a maximum of 5 hours. Anything over 5 hours requires staff approval. Once you add time to the printer, it'll turn on and boot up. Sometimes this takes a few minutes. always double check if there's enough filament left to finish your print. If a printer is low, ask a staff member for help. Once the printer is booted up, hit print. There is no need to set any temperatures since it's all automatic now. We highly suggest watching at least a few layers to make sure everything is going well. If you see any issues, please alert staff. Once the print is going, you can leave and come back later. Note, this isn't the real speed. Once your print is done, you will want to wait for the build plate to cool to room temperature before you remove it. Be careful, sometimes the piece will stick onto the plate and be difficult to remove. If you need to work on your part, you can go to the rework area to peel off the brim, support, or skirt and file sharp edges. If your part was printed overnight, a staff member may have taken it off the printer for you and left it in the yellow bins. If you cannot find your part, ask a staff member. Thanks for watching. Enjoy printing.